What's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'll be reviewing this beautiful red HHR, and I'll be talking about the exterior, interior. At the end, I'll also be taking it for a test drive and telling you guys if you should buy it or not. Without further ado, let's get started. As you can see, this beautiful 2008 HHR in a victory red color. It looks unique, to say the least. We got this beautiful chrome grille that makes it pop off. With this car, it is really unique since it has a retro and a modern look at the same time. It was inspired by some of the earliest models of the Chevy, and the name HHR stands for High Heritage Roof. Also, the headlights is also a unique feature. You don't see this design in many cars nowadays, but with this car, it's pretty much what makes it stand out. At the front, we also got the front splitter for aerodynamic reasons to create down drag, but more than that, it also makes the car pop and it gives you that sporty look. Obviously, the color, beautiful as well. They don't make so many red cars nowadays. They're all boring, usually white, silver, black. But this car, you can see it from a mile away. Now that we look at the front of the car, let's take a look at the side of the vehicle. This car, really unique design. As you can see, all the edges line up almost perfectly and flawlessly. The side driver panel is mainly red, but also has a little bit of chrome here and there to give it that glossy and classic look. At the bottom, we also got some door guards to protect it from hitting another car and prevent further damage. Also, these cars has these little steps, mainly for looks, but also they are pretty practical. As for example, we got this cargo box inside. Now, if you are on the shorter side, it might be difficult to reach it. Good for you, you can literally step on here and gain access. As someone who's pretty tall, I don't usually use this feature, but you're more than welcome to if you have to. We also got the green, or more specifically, lemon green drums to give it that sporty look alongside with the front calipers. I believe that green color and red, they go hand in hand. As you guys might see in some of the Lambos or Ferraris, they got the same combination, and that's where I got my inspiration for this vehicle. And of course, the tires, they do have the mark of the brand in them, not only for practicality, but also aesthetic reasons as well. Now that we look at the side of the vehicle, let's take a look at the back of it, and also take a look inside the cargo box, or the trunk, as you may call it. Now looking at the rear of the vehicle, pretty unique design. Once again, the panels from the side and the back, they kind of flow together flawlessly. Of course, we got a rear spoiler to create a little bit of more aerodynamic downforce as well as looks. I believe that just adding a single thing such as a rear spoiler takes the car looks and elevates it to a next level. In this case, there's no exception. Looking at the trunk, once again, it is at a flat angle, meaning if there's liquid, there's water, it's going to flow in naturally due to gravity. We also got another chrome panel with the Chevy logo as well, and a goldish color, which goes pretty well with the red car. Makes it pop from a mile away. Now if we take a look at the trunk, pretty simple. Reach under the logo, pull the lever. We got tons of cargo area. Now for this vehicle, if you want cargo, then it's going to be your best friend. Not only is it reliable, but it also has tons of cargo room, and I'll demonstrate that for you guys shortly. Now, as you guys may or may not know, these cars come in different varieties, such as the panel, meaning the side windows are non-existent and just a bunch of panel. And honestly, they don't look too good. But with this car, we got the windows, we got the looks, and also the cargo area. Most people purchase this car to run their business, to create an extra cargo space. In this case, it's pretty damn practical. You could store things such as boxes if you're traveling, suitcases, you name it. I'll be putting the seats down for you guys to demonstrate how much bigger you can expand the cargo area. And just like that, as you can see, we got tons of rooms. Matter of fact, follow me back here. Someone who is roughly 200 pounds, 6'2", I can comfortably lay down here and fit pretty easily. Obviously with the roof area, it's a little on the lower side, but not too bad. Matter of fact, if you go homeless or if you get evicted from your apartment, just grab some floor mats, a pillow, and you could probably sleep here comfortably. Yeah, it's pretty nice and comfortable. Again, you got air conditioner vents around the entire area. So in theory, worst case scenario, you don't have a house, you could probably live in your 2008 Chevy HHR. All right, one thing I forgot to mention about this car is the feature that makes it pop the most and make it stand out from the rest of the HHRs. And that's going to be the extra cargo box. Now, it's worth mentioning that this isn't a factory cargo box. In fact, it's a DIY project, which, thanks to my dad, made this possible. Beautiful design with the HHR logo, some chrome trim here and there, and the logo, which makes it look original. But in reality, it's an aftermarket DIY project, again, conducted by my dad, which looks pretty damn cool. Now, it could be for looks if you want to go for that, but it's also practical. Inside, I got a bunch of tools that I can use to maintain this car, such as a few cargo ramps here and there. I'm not going to be showing the inside since it is a little difficult to move it around. But other than that, if you want to make your car pop a little bit, I would definitely recommend adding something like this to make it stand out. Also, this vehicle has a remote start key. Pretty simple and pretty unique for a 2008 car. It's relatively a new technology, but it's as easy as pressing the lock button, holding this button in the middle, just like that. Pretty cool, especially in the winter. If you want to start your car without going inside and feeling cold all the time, you can use this feature to your benefit. Now that we talked about the exterior and the cargo area, let's take a look at the interior and the engine bay. All right, now time to look under the engine bay and explain the engine size. Under the hood, we got a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder Ecotec naturally aspirated engine, which will give you about 22 miles per gallon in the city and about 30, give or take. Now, it's also worth mentioning that this is my daily driver. I take it to school, which is about 7 miles one way and 7 miles the other way. So basically, I'm pulling about 18 miles per day, 5 times per day, or per week in this case. And I gotta say, it's pretty damn reliable and economic. Considering the gas prices in the United States, I believe this car is what you want to go for if you want to maximize fuel economy and potentially save money on gas. Now, if you want something more powerful, then you probably want to go with the Chevy HHR SS model, which is basically a performance package. That vehicle comes with a turbo build inside, also has a different front design with a more aggressive look, but we're not going to worry about that. We're going to be talking about the 2008 Chevy HHR LT model. All right, now that we took a look at the engine bay, like promised, let's take a look at the interior. Before we do that, I want to give you a huge thank you for providing this, and without your help and your production, such as your fancy equipment, this video wouldn't have been possible. And I'm sure the viewers will appreciate it as well.
You are most welcome, my king.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, like promised, now let's take a look at the interior of the 2008 Chevy HHR LT. To be honest, not a huge fan of this interior. It's something that's not luxurious. You don't see any wooden panel or trim here for a vehicle like this. It is cheap plastic, but I gotta say, it's pretty durable. For a car that's almost 16 years old, it's in a pretty good condition. Other cars, they have little cracks here and there, makes it look old and ugly, to be honest. On the back side, this car has this beautiful silver color leather seat, which matches the headliner as well as the side trim pieces. Easy to clean and also makes the car look a bit more luxurious. We also got a webcam slash a backup camera. This is an aftermarket piece, but I would highly recommend you guys installing this vehicle. Not only does it make it look modern, but it's also for safety. You can record things, incidents, if you were ever in that situation. Another beautiful feature about this car is gonna be the sunroof. Not only does it make the car look a little bit more luxurious, but it's also practical, especially for a hot summer like this. You can pop it off during a night drive if that's something you enjoy, and enjoy the beautiful stars above you, as well as the fresh air coming through. All right, now that we took a look at the front interior, let's hop in the back seat and see the legroom as well as the headroom. All right, welcome to the back of the 2008 Chevy HHR LT. Now for reference, I got a bunch of room here, a lot of headroom and a lot of legroom. For someone who's about 6 foot and 2 inches, I'm pretty damn comfortable. I think we could easily fit someone on this seat my size. In the middle, probably not so much, since the center console extends all the way to the back and there isn't any room for legroom. Now, do I see myself being a passenger in this vehicle for a few hour road trip? Sure, it's pretty spacious and comfortable. I think I'll survive and do a good job at that. Now, like promised, now that we talked about the interior, exterior, and the engine bay, let's take it for a quick test drive. I'll be taking it on the city as well as the highway and making some steep turns here and there to test out the suspension system. All right, like promised, let's take it for a test drive. Now, by test drive, I mean I want to bring you guys along to get a feel of what it's like to drive the HHR. Now, the car drives pretty smoothly. Suspension system are on point. It doesn't feel too rugged or stiff. It's almost perfect. Also, inside the cabin, it's pretty quiet. Obviously, it's not a Rolls Royce, so it's not going to be 100% quiet. The little sound that you hear comes from these tools in the back, so just ignore that. But other than that, the Chevy HHR offers a pretty good ride for the passenger, and obviously, most importantly, the driver. It's also pretty strong in acceleration. Obviously, it's not a V6 or a V8, but other than that, works pretty damn good. RPMs are always under 3,000, 4,000 before you hit 60 miles, especially on a highway. In terms of fuel economy, like I said, on a city, you're expected to get about 22 miles per gallon. On highway, about 30 miles or so. And I think it's a pretty accurate description. Like I said, I drive this car to my college, which is about 8 miles one way, and that's about 18 miles per day. And I do that 5 times per week. And I roughly refill the gas tank about every 3 weeks or so. And I think that's important, especially currently in the United States, gas prices are relatively high. Just a few months ago, they were extremely high, but nowadays they're starting to go down. But regardless, you always want to get the best of the fuel economy for your vehicle, and this HHR is a great option for that. Although it does use premium gas or 90 octane, you can't really beat the drive quality. All right, with that said, this concludes our review of the 2008 Chevy HHR LT. Should you buy this vehicle? Well, it depends. If you want something that's reliable, unique looking, with tons of cargo room, then yeah, by all means, be my guest and purchase this car. They're pretty cheap and reliable. You can definitely find one on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, OfferUp, tons of sites out there. And with that said, I hope you guys found this video informative. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment or your feedback, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.